Luca's in the building. Black Dragon just froze on us, everybody. What much love and respect to everyone. We're going to be doing an MC Protocol video today, y'all. Hey, Black Dragon, I sent you that song. It's on your messenger. Black Dragon, I got you. Dark Horse, what's good? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. There you are. Boom. Welcome back, kind sir.
What in the heck was that?
You went through a lag spike, like a really bad one, so I had to take over for a second. Go.
Yeah, come back.
He said, "Come back, please. Just come back." What's
So
good?
my speakers are not working in my ear, so whatever's going on,
Oh, dang, that's what's up.
it's on my external mic. It's gonna really sound bad. Anyway, hello everybody. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker TV. And we're gonna do a little MC protocol this afternoon. Haven't done that in a while, so. Without any further ado, we're going to get to the MC protocol subject. So I get a lot of guys that talk to me often, all the time, about various things that are going on in their motorcycle clubs. And when I'm out and about and I'm traveling and that sort of thing, I hear from you guys all the time about this or that that's going on. So I like to talk about things with you guys now that I know that you're watching, and I know that you're, as I get out, everybody comes up to me. Oh my goodness, I watched you about this. I watched you about that. So I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the toughest things is not allowing club beefs to become club splits. And club splits are that thing that happens when you guys decide you've had enough of each other and you're going to go your own separate ways. And this happens in about 98% of all clubs, even the big clubs. It happens that all of a sudden, guys that were brothers yesterday are enemies today, and they can't get along anymore. They can't get along so bad that they've got to split the club, split the chapter. You have the Black Dragons and the New Black Dragons. You got the Cyclone operators and the Cyclone operator New Breed. You got the Cobras and the new King Cobras, and on and on.
Totally.
And it is really kind of sad because sometimes you will see these clubs fight each other like various sects of religions. It's so funny that some religions, the difference between them and the religion they came from was something minor, like maybe it was a fight that one priest had over another priest, or one preacher had over a woman for another preacher's woman, or whatever the case may be, and that results in decades, if not decades, it results in centuries of infighting between these religions. And the same thing happens to motorcycle clubs. Decades of infighting, where you'll have one motorcycle club split from another, and these people can't even be in the same room together. They can't even be in the same spot together. When they see one another, they fight each other, they shoot each other, they kill each other. But hey, 4 years ago, you guys were all best friends. 4 months ago, you guys were brothers to the end. I'm always very, very cautious when I see that guy put Black Sabbath Forever Black Sabbath on his cut. And he's only been in our club for, he's only been a full patch member for 2 months. But he's got this Black Sabbath Forever Black Sabbath patch on. like you haven't been with us long enough to know if you're going to be here forever. You
Mm-hmm.
certainly haven't done anything. You haven't done any forever stuff. You just put your patch on. The guy who wants to go get a club tattoo and he's only been in the club 7 minutes and he needs a club tattoo. Almost every person that has ever put a club tattoo on for my club, almost every person is not in the club anymore.
Wow.
Almost every person. It's so bad that we have a rule that you have to have 5 years in before you can get a tattoo.
Yep.
I remember
Most
when
clubs do the bylaws there, under different, clubs, they have bylaws for that. You can't just put it on. You can't just put a tattoo on and
in my club,
forever.
I've seen throughout the entire history of my club, the dudes that get those big old tattoos all the way up their arms and stuff, every single one of them. I remember when I was national president, I gave a pass to 2 guys. I said, they called me up, they had their story together. Oh, we need this patch, or we need this tattooed on us. And I told them, I said, if you put that on you, you're probably not going to be in the club long. And they didn't last a year after they put those damn logos on.
Mm-hmm.
Because to be in something forever, it's like being in a marriage forever, my friends out there that are listening. To be in something forever requires that you do the same exact things to keep the relationship going that you did to get in the relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you can't do the same exact things to keep the relationship going that you did to get in the relationship, then you are not going to be any good in the motorcycle club. And that's just the way it is. The motorcycle club is not going to be a lifetime commitment for you. There is an expiration date on you.
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot keep up the same stuff you did to get in the club, to stay in the club, then you're not going to be club material for very long. You will eventually be gone.
Mm-hmm.
That is the truth. So all of the things that you were willing to accept as a prospect, you stop being willing to accept when you become a member.
Mm-hmm.
So as a prospect, you're willing to carry your pride, you're willing to compromise, you're willing to sacrifice, because a prospect does not have a feeling of entitlement. There's no expectation. You got to do this for me because I'm the sergeant at arms, I'm the president, I'm the road captain, I'm the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. As a prospect, you just want to be down. You just want to be in. But when we start to get those colors on our back, we require much more now. You want to be respected, and you want to be recognized, and it becomes more about I, mine, me, and less about we, the MC, the big old W. So the difference in your mind, that's why guys say often, always a prospect. They don't mean that you're always going to be treated poorly or something like that. What they're saying is you should always keep the mind and the principle of the prospect. The prospect is willing to compromise. The prospect is willing to give. The prospect is willing to show support. The prospect is not expecting to be treated like something more than he is just because he exists. Just because I exist, you're supposed to kiss my ass. I'm the sergeant at arms. I'm the president. I'm the vice president. I'm the national president. I'm the.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the is what creates for us this ego that is as big as a shield. It's like Captain America's shield. we throw that ego, it comes back. It's like a boomerang. It's like this shield that we have. We throw that ego in front of everything, and that's what happens to so many guys when they put these patches on. You're not John Bunch anymore. You become this comic book character that can, you're the Black Dragon. Dun dun dun. You're
totally
Ball Val. Dun dun dun. You're Mike Ball the Wise. Dun dun dun. You and these people are like method actors. A method actor is a guy who stays in character no matter what. So some actors believe that in order to be a good actor and really sell what I'm doing, I got to stay in character. I'm Mr. Crabtree even when I go home tonight. And I remember Leonard Nimoy, who was Spock, said he almost lost himself, the real person that he was, because he was walking around being Spock, and there is no Spock. There was Star Trek was make believe. He's walking around like live long and prosper, like that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you get a bunch of people around you that yes, live long and prosper, and live long and prosper, brother. Live long. All of a sudden, you get these enablers.
Totally.
And they enable you to be the Black Dragon. And you forget that your name is John Edward Bunch II. Johnny. John is what my parents used to call me. You forget about John. And when you forget about John, you forget about when your name was Prospect 22. You didn't have a name. And all you wanted to do was give. But once we get to this point where all we can do is take, then it becomes impossible for you to put your ego down enough to save the club, to save the MC. Saving the MC, saving the brotherhood becomes no longer important.
Mm-hmm.
Saving the brotherhood is no longer the primary goal. The primary goal is now your ego. And what you're going to do, I'm going to take the guys that'll follow me and move on. And that is how that's how the motorcycle club begins to suffer. That's how you guys suffer these splits. I'm not going to tell you that every motorcycle club can be salvaged. Right. I'm not going to tell you that the people in the club don't deserve to be split away from, especially when they start doing crazy shit. Like they're going to create any kind of rule they want to create as they go. Well, if you can make up rules as you go, so can I. So, yeah, there are some situations where you'll have no choice, but the majority of the situations is probably based on your overly inflated ego.
So MP asks, so how would you circle the chapter or club back to being whole?
So the very first thing that you got to do, especially if you're one of those guys that people follow, and you're the guy that's getting ready to pull everybody away and take as many folks as you can, is you got to be able to get to a table and say, I'm sorry if I offended you. I want you to know that you definitely offended me. But how do we sit down as brothers and do what is best for the club? And if you haven't said that, then you haven't tried. Oh, he won't talk to me. Oh, F them. They're not going to listen. Well, they certainly don't listen to anything you didn't say. People can only hear what you did say. Well, I would have said that, but, you know, that guy's a jerk, so people can't hear what you would have said. They can only hear what you do say. And so if you haven't asked for a truce, there can't be a truce. And so asking for the truce means that, yeah, you had to be the first one to blink. You had to be the first one to say, hey, man, there's got to be a better way. I do this for the club. sometimes you got to be willing to take a loss. You got to be willing to take a loss for the club. I've had that happen. Sometimes maybe even your reputation will suffer. You know, I was reading a story about Money Mike, Floyd Money Mayweather, and he was accused of hitting his child's mother. And he said, I didn't do that. She doesn't have a mark on her. She doesn't have an injury on her, nothing. I didn't do that. Well, then why did you plead guilty? Well, I pled guilty because if I didn't plead guilty, I would have lost the opportunity to have the fight he wanted to have. So in his story, in his version of events, he had to take an L. He had to take an L. He had to go to jail for 90 days. He actually only spent 60 days in jail. He went to jail for 60 days. He lost 60 days of his life. It was a sacrifice that he made to go from one spot to another. You may have to take an L, a real live, honest to God L for the club. You like maybe they stepped you down and they shouldn't have. Maybe they fined you and they shouldn't have. Maybe somebody told lies about you and other people didn't intervene to stop it. Maybe it cost you something, and you got to actually take an L, a real live L for the MC. Let me do that with my whole thumb, you know, because that's not a, you know. But anyway, sometimes you got to take an L, and if you take that L for the club, boy, sometimes your ego takes a hit, your pride takes a hit, but there is also a sense of loss, a sense of you know, and a lot of guys hate to lose. Are you willing to take a loss for your children? Are you willing to take a loss for your family? Are you willing to take a loss for your MC?
Yep.
It's not always, we have to understand, it's not always that you're going to win. Whenever you're in a group of people, there must be compromise.
And you might be the compromise.
You might be the compromise. You might be the person who falls on a sword. I mean, it's often commonly thought that Oliver North fell on his sword to protect Ronald Reagan, President Reagan. This guy went to jail, but he took an L. But that's what he did. He took an L. Sometimes you got to take an L for the team. Like, I remember there was this ugly fat girl and 4 fine girls, and there were 5 brothers.
Oh man!
And all of us were hanging out, and the 4 fine girls were like, "We're not going anywhere without our ugly fat friend." So each guy paired up with a girl, and there was a bro left out looking at the ugly fat girl. And he was like, there's no way in hell am I messing with Fatso.
Yep. You got to be one for the team.
And you're saying, bro, if you mess us up with these fine girls, we got a problem. Somebody's taking one for the team, and it ain't going to be me right now. Sometimes you got to take one for the team. You got to take one for the MC to make the MC great. You understand?
That's right. That's right. I like that. Take the hit for the team. Fat girl story time. Yep. I like this comment. Is it really a losing situation if falling on the sword saves the army?
Well, it just depends on how you see it.
Right.
A guy like me, I feel like you did your duty, but I was raised in the military. We were raised with duty and honor, and we were raised to duty first. You know, the military is not like the police department. The police department is definitely to protect and to serve, but there is no mandate in the police department to stop. There's no mandate in the police department to that you must die for what you believe in.
True.
there's no mandate that you will give the ultimate sacrifice. So the police departments, they have a saying, kind of. The saying is, we will, we're going home tonight. No matter what, I'm going home. No matter what, I'm going home, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to go home. But in the motorcycle club world, you don't get that. You don't. I'm sorry. In the police department world, you don't get that. You don't get to say I'm going. Or I'm sorry, I'm messing this up. So in the police department world, they don't have this. They have this. I'm going home. But in the military, you don't have that. You have this. What we're going to do is we're going to go up that hill. And if we get up the hill, fine. And if all of us don't make it, that's fine. The thing is, we got to take the hill. So, that's duty. We learn that. So when we listen to cops talk about, "Oh, I'm going home no matter what," like military people, we don't understand that. We're like,
you guys never, yeah, you have no other ticker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my thing, I would tell a cop is your job is to protect and serve. That's why everybody was so wilding out at the Uvalde school shooting. Like, what do you mean you're standing over here waiting? Like what's going on with this? Well, you don't understand. We don't have a mandate to die like the military dudes. They have a mandate. It's not ours to question why. It's ours to merely do or die. That's our mandate. And it's so bad or so strict that if you turn and run during battle or during time of war, then you can be shot by a military firing squad. They ain't effing around with this. Stop! Damn. You stop! They ain't effing around with this. You're gonna pitch in for the team, or we're gonna kill you. After we get done with the enemy, then we're gonna handle you. So this is the whole duty thing. And motorcycle clubs are made up more of military-minded people that love duty. And so you try to follow your duty in as much as you can to maintain the strength of the MC.
Triple P says, disagree, BD. To paraphrase a wiser man than myself, it's not your job to die for your country. It's to make some other dumb bastard die for his.
Well, I think that was Patton that said that, or someone like that. And I didn't say anywhere in this that it was your job to die for your country. I said you have a mandate. You have a mandate that orders you into battle, whether you live or whether you die. Absolutely, you're trying to make the other guy die for what he believes in. But you don't get to turn and run. You don't get to say at the end of the day, I'm going home tonight.
Right.
Cops say that. Military guys say on till we reach the destination.
See you on the other side. Yep.
So yeah, absolutely. We're trying to eliminate as many of them as possible. But if it comes to a point where that doesn't happen, then that just doesn't damn happen. Capiche? All right, I'm here at the dog pound. I've got to take this pit bull that I found and get him some shots and stuff. And they said they do it free here. Nice. So I'm going to stop here and see it. And then if so, then I'm going to go get his ass and bring him here and get him his shots and dewormed and all that stuff. And as we try to figure out what to do with this damn pit bull that we found on the side of the damn road that is eating up the whole house. And oh my God, he's so fat now. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, hanging out with me. We're going to try to do more MC protocol, stuff like that. I'm not able to really see the chat. Let me see.
I've been popping it up the whole time.
Okay, I wasn't able to see it when you were, I can't read it. And I suppose you don't even choose your fellow soldier in the army. If you choose the people in your club, then you would think that they'd want to keep them safe at least. Yeah. You know, you don't always get to choose the people in your club too. It's like, especially when you're first getting there. Those people are already there before you, and you only get to choose the people after that. But anyway, in order to keep your beefs from becoming club splits, you have to have the courage and the honor to step back off your pride for just a few moments, at least try for the betterment of the club. That's my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your 2 cents in the comment sections below. I'm Black Dragon.
And I'm Mike Ball.
Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. I was supposed to disappear right now, Mike.